Hi, my name is Allison Potler, and I get the privilege of teaching your kids math this year. Since we aren't able to have Ignite in person and on campus, I wanted to take an opportunity just to share with you a little bit about myself, about our class this year, and about ways that we can partner together to help your child succeed and thrive in math class. So I'll start with just a little bit about myself. I grew up here in St. Louis. I attended high school at Kirkwood High School. After high school, I moved up north and went to college in Holland, Michigan at a small Christian school called Hope College. I absolutely loved it up there, loved living close to Lake Michigan, but after I graduated, moved back to St. Louis to start teaching at Westminster. I spent many of my summers at Kanakuk. I was a camper there for 10 years, and I worked there for many years throughout college and beyond. And I'm actually starting my 13th year teaching here at Westminster, which is crazy how fast it's gone by. I can't believe it's been 13 years, but it has been such a blessing to be a part of this community, to get to know the families in this community, to get to teach siblings, and so it's been just a tremendous blessing to be here for so many years. One of the most important things that I want you to hear is that I am here to help. I want your child to succeed and want to do whatever I can to help them succeed. I tell the kids this, but I like for parents to hear it as well, that if they have any questions at all, please encourage them to email me, to reach out, to ask questions in class. If they need one-on-one help, I'm happy to set up a time to meet with them before school or after school, either in person or on Zoom. So please, if they are frustrated, struggling, have questions, encourage them to reach out because I am more than happy to help come alongside them and support them. This year in pre-algebra, we get to cover lots of different topics, and it's one of my favorite things about our curriculum is that we get to do a little bit of everything. There's so much variety to our curriculum, and there's so much that has real-life applications, and so we'll get to dive into a lot of those applications. We'll do a lot of activities that link what we're learning in class to real-life experiences. We'll also spend a ton of time this year focusing on understanding over memorization. So I don't want to just spoon feed them procedures or formulas and have them spit them back out to me because that doesn't actually stick in your brain. So we'll actually have lots of conversations about why does it work this way or how does it work this way. For example, recently we talked about multiplying two negative numbers and how that gives you a positive number. And we talked about why, not just that that's the rule, but why does multiplying two negatives give us a positive? So we'll have lots of conversations like that this year. I want to talk for just a few minutes about our homework routine because it might be a little bit different than other classes, and I think it'd be helpful for you to be familiar with what's happening with your students in class. So we are using lots of technology this year, which I am sure you are already well aware of, but just so you are clear, in our class, the daily plans are shared every day in Canvas. It lists out what we're doing and what the homework is so they can always use that as a reference. Assignments are shared through Shobi, so they're posted there. The students take it from Shobi and move it to Notability and complete the assignment in Notability. When they finish the assignment in Notability, they turn it back into Shobi. Now, we've been doing this already for several weeks, so the students are getting better and better at it and in more of a routine. But just so you're aware, that's sort of what our workflow looks like in math class. Students will be assigned homework almost every day. The assignment is always posted on Veracross, and you have a Parent Veracross portal, so you can also go on and see what their homework is every day. I get asked the question all the time, how long should homework take? Which is a little bit of a hard question for me to answer because everybody works on math at different paces, and I tell the students that as well. On average, it should take your kids about 20-ish minutes each night. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. With each assignment, I post the answers to the odd numbered questions. And I tell the kids that they should complete the assignment and then go back and check the odd answers. And in checking the odd answers, if they make mistakes, they should fix those mistakes, try to resolve the problem and see if they can get to the right answer. And I'm hoping that by looking at the odd answers and checking those, it might help them catch some of their mistakes even on the even problems as well. In class, the next day, we will grade the assignment. And the assignment ends up being out of 10 points, but it's broken down into a completion grade and an accuracy grade. I'm going to start with the accuracy grade. That grade is based on 5 random even problems that we grade in class. So the students grade their assignment, I pick which 5 problems, and they grade them. That composes their accuracy score. The completion score, I look for that they have completed every problem and they have shown their work. I talk to the kids about how the completion score reflects effort. So they should always be getting a 5 out of 5 on that completion score, which really should boost their overall total. And so the completion score plus the accuracy score add together to give them their total grade on that assignment. As I mentioned before, we talk a lot about how we can learn from their mistakes. So a mistake is only a mistake if you don't learn from it. Otherwise, it's a lesson. And we talk about this a lot, that they are going to make mistakes. I expect them to make mistakes. If they don't make mistakes, they don't need to be sitting in my class. And so we talk about how going back and correcting your work and learning from your mistakes is one of the best lessons. And so I strongly encourage them after we grade to go back and look at the ones that they missed, try to figure out why they missed it, what they did wrong, and figure out their mistake. If they don't understand what they did wrong, is when I encourage them to either ask me in class or send me an email to follow up. Because if they don't understand their mistake, then that's where I'd like to step in and help re-explain it to them. But we focus a lot on learning from our mistakes and correcting the ones that we got wrong to be able to understand how to do it in the future. Also, when I give tests and quizzes, I also encourage them to go back and check the ones that they missed. In fact, on tests, they will be required to do test corrections if they score below a certain grade. Again, if they don't understand it the first time, that's okay, but we're going to keep practicing it until we understand it. So, my hope is that that helps gives you a quick overview of who I am and a little bit more about our class. I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing many of you in a couple weeks at parent-teacher conferences and getting to meet in person, but wanted to just give you a bird's eye view of our class. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is here on the screen, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.